Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for May. I hope you're well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Pisces out there, so take what resonates for you, just leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse. And as always, Pisces, please don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? Pisces. All right, Pisces, you are starting out with the sun. I like that. All right, it's known as the happiest card in the deck. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have Judgment. All right. So be careful with your money this week. I do feel like, some of you could have had some losses with regard to money. But I do feel like with the sun here, your overall mood is pretty happy. You're making good judgment calls. There is some codependent energy here, so be careful with regard to that. I feel like you see that, though. I feel like you're seeing that clearly. This is the energy of somebody who's taking a look into themselves a little bit, finding some issues there that they need to address in order to prosper. But with Judgment here, some of you may be wanting a reconciliation with someone. So let me see, somebody that you felt a deep loss with. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Pisces energy, please. Show me who is in Pisces energy. All right, so the person in your energy has the Death card in reverse. The Ace of Wands and the Universe. Wow. All right, so the person that's in your energy, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but you don't have to. I do feel like this is somebody you had an ending with, but they are still somehow attached to you emotionally. I do feel that this is somebody who feels that there is unfinished business between the two of you. This person does make you happy, though. With the Ace of Wands, if you have been with this person physically, they are definitely thinking about that. They're missing the passion that you brought to the table. This person is also wanting a passionate new beginning with you. There's something in this person's life that is closing out, so they can have this passionate new beginning here. There is a little bit of a sense of innocence that this person is bringing to that process too. Show me the energy between Pisces and this person. Somebody here could have blue eyes. The Lovers in reverse. Yeah, so this is somebody that you had a very loving relationship with at some point. And I do feel like this relationship has ended. One of you may have chosen to go in another direction with somebody else. Let me see what is affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection for Pisces. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's some defensiveness that's here. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of defensiveness here, and that's affecting the connection. Somebody is unwilling to back down from some stance. I don't know if there's been an argument or there's just been, somebody feels like they have their back against the wall. They're not going to back down. They're going to fight to the death. That's interesting. Let me see what the outcome is at the end of the week. Eight of Wands in the reverse. So there's a blockage here. Yeah, there's a blockage. You could live at a distance from this person as well. That could be a problem. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and this does indicate that you are freeing yourself from something that has kept you stressed out and worried. So let's clarify. Spirit-wise, the Sun card here for Pisces. Yeah, either blue or green eyes. Somebody's got blue or green eyes, maybe. You don't have to, but I am seeing that. Why is Pisces here? You may have been in a kind of a codependent relationship with this person and it ended. And you're seeing that now. You're seeing it more clearly now. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. You're not putting any effort into this right now. Yeah, you're kind of content. You're in this content energy. I feel like you are hoping for love to come in your direction, but you're not going out there and chasing it down. There's a contentness in your energy here. I do feel like you have feelings for this person in your energy, but you're kind of holding them back. You're not really willing to put the effort into this currently. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here for Pisces? Oh, look at you. Glowing up here with your Queen of Wands. I like that. Why is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse for Pisces? All right, so we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Hangman in reverse, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, you want love in your life, Pisces, but what I'm seeing here is that you're in this glow up period. You're constantly improving yourself, and you're willing to wait. Your heart is opening, though. I do feel like you've gone through a really difficult time. It had to do something with conflict, possibly even with this person. And I do feel like for quite some time you felt like there was no love in your life. You couldn't seem to find it. You were waiting for that. And I do feel like you're still kind of in this waiting energy. You've had a lot of loss in your life here. I do feel like you are, in a glow up energy. A lot of you are, I'm hearing bees are buzzing around you. So I don't know, you might have a lot of people interested in you, but you're really waiting for that epic love. You're waiting for the right love to come into your life. And you're not going to back down from that stance. Yeah, so it's the energy of somebody who has done some work on themselves, particularly with codependent energy. You've gone through some losses here, and you're just simply not willing to put effort into anything unless it's truly what you want. Why is Judgment here for Pisces? You're trying to make good judgment calls. I do see that. You're receiving positive karma also. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the King of Pentacles. So you may view this person as being very stable. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but they don't have to be. I do feel like this is somebody you did have an ending with. And I do feel like, you view this person as being extremely stable. I feel like you're working on your money right now. You've had some financial losses. I see that. And you're working very hard on your money and your own stability right now. You do feel like that is the best judgment call for you to make at this particular time, because there are a lot of problems in your life that would solve. And I'm not saying money solves everything, but it certainly doesn't hurt to have, some money, especially if you've had some financial losses. So I also feel like with regard to this person, you're avoiding any kind of problems with them. This person can sometimes be very defensive, and so can you. And I feel like you just don't want to have any problems with them. But you do view them as the King of Pentacles. You view them as being somebody that is stable, somebody you could have a commitment with. So let me see their energy. I can tell you they're still emotionally attached to you. Why is the Death card in reverse for the person in Pisces energy? Okay, so you have clarity, but this person does not. They have the Sun in reverse and the Knight of Swords. So they could very well come in asking you for clarity, particularly as to why this connection ended. But I see this person communicating to you. It does look like they're going to communicate to you in a rather impulsive way. It's going to be like, it's fast-moving energy. It's abrupt almost. And it's spurred because this person is unhappy. They're unhappy about the way things ended between the two of you. It could also be because they just are, there's these emotions that are still, they're feeling that they want to clarify. I do see this person coming in with very fast communication though. And they're looking for clarity. They're looking for, the clarity that you're possessing here. Why is the Ace of Wands here? For the person in Pisces energy. Yeah, Ace of Wands in the reverse. There's that ending. All right, and the Five of Wands reversed. Yeah, they're focused on why this connection ended. And I feel like they don't want to fight. You don't want any problems with them. And if there are problems, I do feel like you're willing to resolve those problems. So I do feel that there has been some animosity between the two of you in some manner. You're both kind of standing your ground here. And this person wants to resolve that. They're going to come towards you pretty quick with that as well. Yeah. So, because they want a new beginning with you. This person's fantasizing about you as well. Why is the universe here for the person in Pisces energy? The moon and the Two of Cups reversed. So the cycle that's ending is this cycle where the two of you broke apart. You were not on the same, you weren't on the same page. Now, I will say that this person wants to begin a new cycle with you, but I also want you to know that this is somebody who doesn't know if the two of you are on the same page currently, and that's part of what is blocking this. So this is also somebody who is kind of moving on the down low. They keep a lot to themselves. That may have contributed to the ending between the two of you in the past as well. But yeah, they want to end that cycle where the two of you are not on the same page, but they don't know if it's possible. Let me see why the Lovers is here in reverse. This was a very loving connection at some point, but it could have also been a little bit codependent. And I think you see that, you realize that. Yeah, you walked away from this, Eight of Cups, and the Lovers in reverse. You walked away from this, and this person feels like you chose someone over them. And that's what ended the connection. They were very unhappy. They're going to tell you this, and they're also going to tell you that they still have feelings for you. And I feel like you're looking for love, but I don't know if you feel that this is the right relationship for you. In your eyes, Pisces, this could be a relationship that is past. It's done and over. I'm not seeing any resentment. I'm just seeing you basically in this energy where you are waiting for the perfect love. Let me see why the Seven of Wands is here between Pisces and this person. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Gemini. Let's see. I also see Leo. Gemini is very strong. Cancer and Scorpio is here. Six of Swords reversed and the Hierophant. Yeah, you're not budging. You're not budging. You're willing to wait for a love that you feel is what you want. You don't want anything codependent. You're looking at this person and this connection differently. That could have caused some animosity a little bit between the two of you, which I don't feel like you want the animosity, but I feel like you're just not willing to budge. You know exactly what you want, and that's where you're going to stay, even if that means that you feel stuck for a little bit. I do feel like you don't want to be stuck, and I do feel like you're open to love, but you have bees buzzing around you. You have other people that are interested in you, and you're aware of that. You could also have gone through something of an ascension, a sort of ascension since you and this person broke up. Now, in their energy, with the Hierophant here, this person could be in another connection, but I don't really see that. I feel like the Hierophant is more or less, because in their eyes, there's no competition for you. Like you're the person that they fantasize about. I will say though that this person could be seeking counsel from either a spiritual leader or perhaps even a therapist, or maybe somebody that they greatly respect. And that they're kind of defensive here. They're defensive regarding the commitment that the two of you had in the past. And I just feel like you're aware that the two of you are not on the same page. And so there's like a blockage. That's what this blockage is. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome. I don't see you moving forward with this person. But I don't see it being, you know, with animosity. It just seems like maybe they're not exactly what you're looking for because the two of you aren't on the same page. All right, we have the Hermit in reverse. Well, what's being blocked here is the Ace of Cups. Wow, that's something. There is going to be communication between you and this person. There is the ability here to have a beautiful connection. You had a beautiful connection with this person in the past, but what's being blocked is the Ace of Cups, and it's either being blocked due to communication, not being on the same page, or possibly distance. I feel like you've given a lot of thought to this. You would like to reconcile with this person and put the past behind you, because you do feel like this person is relationship material. However, that being said, I do feel like there's something that's blocking it. And it's one of those three things: distance, lack of communication, or it could possibly be that you just aren't on the same page right now. So you're going to communicate that with this person. I see you communicating that. I see you do not want to be in any kind of conflict or have problems with this person. And you actually you hold them in high esteem. You do. I also see you communicating to someone regarding your money. And it's going to resolve some problems. It's a judgment call you're making. Something to do with work or money you're communicating with. And it's something to do with work that you love, by the way. It's been blocked. And I feel like it, you know, in the future that will be opening up. Now, with this person in their energy, I do feel like this person kind of keeps a lot to themselves. There's a cycle here that's closing out, or they want to close out, and that's the cycle between the two of you. This person views you as a soulmate, by the way. They are going to communicate with you as well. There's some sort of an offer this person is going to make to you. So, yeah, if you can overcome these blockages, there is the potential of having a very nice relationship here where you both are feeding into each other's cup. I also feel like, Pisces, you've been doing a lot of pouring into your own cup, and so has this person. Yeah, both of you have. They are going to reach out to you. So this Page of Pentacles could be communication, or it could be them studying to figure out, is there any way we can get on the same page and eliminate this blockage? Or it could be some kind of a small offer that they make to you. I feel like they're in the dark right now. They don't quite know how to proceed. But there's definitely going to be communication. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords in the reverse. So what are you freeing yourself from? You're freeing yourself from something that was heartbreaking in the past. Either you or this person or both. There was definitely heartache here that ended this connection, and you're freeing yourself from that. And there's healing that is taking place regardless. All right, I'm going to pull the Oracle cards, and we'll see what you get. So, Spirit, I'm pulling for the sign of Pisces. Pisces. Okay, well, that was decisive. Let's see what you got. Balance. The structure of your daily spiritual life must be built on a strong foundation in the physical world, like a pillar of selected shaman stones balanced carefully, one on another. Take care of your body through diet and exercise. Express your strength in acts of power, and bring greater awareness to the exchange of money. Protect and nourish your family and express your integrity by bringing balance into society and nature. Then you will be prepared in the physical realm for higher spiritual learning. Your being is a spirit lodge, a foundation of which is rooted in physical manifestation, strong against the storms along the trail to higher consciousness. To take power, make your spirit available, then take your power and bring your physical and spiritual natures into balance. Yeah, you're learning how to do that too. I can see it in your card. That's the ascension energy that I'm seeing. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Pisces. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. And until I see you guys in your next reading, namaste.